So I want you to speak to how this type of thinking can transform the culture of a team. And we've touched on it, but I want you to just speak directly to what this looks like.
I think for the right team members, rigorous thinking is a really exciting part of a culture. I had an early team member who came from a FANG company, so Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, and she was there for 5 years. And at her 3-month mark at Maven, she said, "I learned more in 3 months working at Maven than in 5 years working at the FANG company that I was in."
Wow.
And she said she didn't know if she was sleeping through it or if people just weren't giving feedback or what was going on. But she didn't realize the level of intensity and rigor that could happen in the process of making decisions. So I think and she was excited by this. So I think that's the positive. The positive version is you find the right kind of people who want to be challenged, who are looking for juicy challenges with non-obvious solutions that they really want to dig their teeth into and find it intellectually stimulating to work on. And they want to improve. They want to sharpen themselves. They already believe that iron sharpens iron, and they want the people around them to level them up and to challenge them. And they are ready for that discomfort. I think that is the best case scenario. On the other hand, I think the worst case scenario, or not ideal scenario, is someone comes in and they are used to being the smartest person in the room or one of the smarter people in a room. And all of a sudden, when you enter a really rigorous culture, it's a high likelihood that you are no longer the most rigorous person in the room. And I think all of us say that we don't want to be the smartest person in the room. But when it actually happens, it can be really disconcerting. It kind of, if your identity is, I am a smart person, I know what I'm doing, I add a lot of value, I'm a high performer, and all of a sudden the environment that you're in challenges that worldview and challenges your identity and your view of yourself, that can be really upsetting in many ways.
Yeah.
And so I think that from a team perspective, that's something that at Maven we've started to talk about in the interview process. So I'm hiring for 4 or 5 different roles right now. And up front, I tell candidates that we are a rigorous culture. We give a lot of direct feedback. And especially in your first 3 months on the job, you are probably going to get your ass kicked. Even if you were the highest performer on your team before, even if you're amazing, we know that you are amazing. This is why we're hiring you. We would not hire someone who we didn't think was amazing. So us giving you feedback is not a sign that you are not amazing. It means that we are leveling you up. We are helping you understand our culture, our internal bar for excellence, our speed and quality of decision making. We are sharpening you essentially, and so that I think has become a really important part of both one being transparent with candidates as we're interviewing, because it's as much about whether we think the candidate is a good fit as it is about them wanting to be a part of this culture and thinking that they're going to learn a lot and contribute and have fun in this, in this new role. So I want candidates to have that full information so they can decide for themselves, is this something that I want to be a part of, and not be blindsided when they join and think, wow, like this culture is not what I expected.
Yeah. Well, there's a big takeaway I'm hearing is that a culture of rigorous thinking equals growth. And I think everyone who's listening to a podcast like this, they're growth oriented. They want to grow. You may not desire the discomfort and all the challenges, but you love to feel like you're growing. And I think the lazy thinking is where people get stagnant, they get complacent, and rigorous thinking says, man, what's ahead? What could we build together? How can we level up as a team?